So good morning everybody, bonjour tout le monde, goedemorgen. I'm in the orchard of the Metchosin farm on Vancouver Island, where I've been for the last 15 days. As I was flying, this was a safe place to be. So I've been weeding, cleaning up the orchard, and I was not alone. Sunshine, my dog, is buried here, so his spirit was with me all the time. I had a wonderful, wonderful time. And I hope to be back soon. I wanted to offer you this shorter, about 30 minutes yoga practice. So let's begin. I'm happy to reconnect. So bring your feet on the ground. This might sound strange, but we're not very often conscious about our feet pushing down. So let's taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you're outside or if you're inside and you can open the windows, please do so. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling the breath coming in and the breath coming out. And then turning the palms to the front and start to inhale and bring your arms up. Turn the palms out and press the air down. Don't sink into the rest of the body. Don't be too stiff into your body. Just stand strong. Inhaling up and exhaling. Inhaling up. Grab your right wrist and then exhaling towards the side. Inhaling up. Grab your left wrist and to the side. Inhaling up and both arms down. Inhaling up. Keeping the arms up, let's bend the knees, come into chair pose. Reaching forward or bring your arms in cactus, whatever is more comfortable for you. If you're reaching forward, your arms should be next to your ears or eventually to the front, but then make sure you roll the shoulders back. Inhale, maybe go a little bit deeper. And now open up your arms. Look up and exhale. Bring the arms together, palms together. Bring the chin to the chest. Turn the palms out so the top of the hands is touching each other. Press again the air away. Turn the palms to the front last time. Exhaling. Press into your feet, come all the way up. And exhaling. I just had to check, making sure the camera was still on. Inhaling up. And exhaling this time, bring the arms in the back, interlacing your hands. Bend your elbows, roll the shoulders back. Create that space in your chest and then straighten out the arms. Bring the hands down. Deep breaths in the chest and exhale. And then very slowly, let's start to fold forward from the hip crease straight back, keeping the shoulders back, keeping the spine straight, the neck in line with the spine. So don't go too far. Warming up, inhale, exhale. Roll the shoulders back. And then bend your knees slightly, press into your feet and come all the way up. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, bring the hands onto the hips. Take a step forward with your left foot. Right foot slightly out, hips parallel with the front of your mat. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, and from the hip crease, moving forward. So again, don't go too far. Make sure your feet, especially the heels of the back foot, is pressing down. Adjust your hips. Your left hip will have a tendency to go forward, so press your left hip back. Reach your heart forward. Lengthen your neck. And then press into your feet and come all the way up. And let's turn around. So right foot is at the front, left foot back. Don't make your stand too big or too small. Hips parallel with the side. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And again, from the hip crease. So don't hesitate to put your fingers into your hip crease so you can really go forward. Inhale. Exhale. Long spine. Let the core support you. And then slowly coming back up and coming back to the center. Keeping the feet separate. Align your toes. Bringing the toes out. Keeping the hands on the hips. And then slowly start to bend the knees. Inhale, press into your feet. Coming back up. Exhale. We're going to add the arms. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up. Exhale. Stay here. Take a breath in. Bring your tailbone just a little bit down and find your ground here. And then exhale, move to the left. So we're going to tilt to the left. Keep your arms in cactus. And then coming back and to the right. And coming back. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands back onto the hips. This time turn your heels out, so toes are slightly pointing in. You can widen your stand. Roll the shoulders back, bring the hands into your hip crease. Start by pressing your fingers into the hip crease and automatically you're going to move forward. Again, lengthening. Lengthening the upper body. Solid ground into the feet. And then with your next exhale, start to let go in your spine, let go your head. Fold forward. So if you don't reach the floor, you can eventually bring your feet a little bit wider or take a block or take something to put under your hands. So drop your head, let go. With every exhale, see if you can release a little bit more into the hips. And then we're going to walk our hands towards the left. So if your hands are not touching the floor, then you're just going to grab onto your left leg with your right hand. Otherwise, you can keep your hand in front of your foot. Reposition the hips in the center and then start to open up towards the left. So your left shoulder is lifting up. Your left hand can be on your lower back or you can reach it up. Feel that twist, especially in the upper spine here. And then slowly coming back down, walking the hands towards the right. So same thing, grab your leg or put the hand onto the floor. Reposition your hips in the center and then start to open up. And slowly coming back to center. Hands are on the floor in the center or on your block. Walk them to the right. Start to bend your right knee, lifting the right heel, and then lifting the left toes. I'm on a very wobbly, bubbly underground here, so I don't think I can stay stable. So just feel maybe that stretch on the inside of your leg, maybe into your ankle, your foot. For everybody, the stretch will be different. There's not much strength into this pose. You should really be able to let yourself go. If you're afraid to hurt yourself because of your knee, then adjust the pose so that you are not too tense in wherever area you're afraid to hurt yourself. Because if you're afraid, your muscles are tensing up, and then we actually don't do a lot in this pose or in any pose. And then press into your right foot, come all the way up and walk towards the other side. So you can definitively support yourself with your hands. You might hear piano in the background. That's the son of Fiona, who's the owner of the farm, who's been playing piano the whole time I was here, and it's absolutely delightful. Or you might be hearing some engines. That's from the farmer across the street who's farming for the moment. And then slowly press into your left foot. This time come back to the center, and we're going to turn the left toes out, lifting the right heel and bring the right knee down. So come up, right knee on top of the right ankle. I have leaves in my hair. Placing your hands onto your hips or onto your thigh and let it go. So drop into the hips, opening the front of the right thigh. And then if you want to add with your arms, reach your arms up, shine. With every exhale, let go. Let gravity do all the work. And then exhale, bring the hands down. This time we're going to tuck the toes, lift the back knee. Place your right hand on the floor on a block. Reach your left hand forward and then reach up, and again opening up. So the palm is outside. Press your back heel back. If stability is an issue, drop your knee. Inhale, exhale, opening up. Strong supporting arm. Don't sink in your shoulder. And then exhale, come back to center. Walk your hands back to center, and let's go to the other side. So place your right foot to the front, left knee come down, and then come up. So find your stability, arrive in the pose before you start to move with your arms. So letting go into the hips, relaxing into the hips. Let gravity do all the work. And then inhaling, reaching to the sky without lifting up in your hips. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift your knee, left hand on the floor. Inhale, open up towards the right. It's a beautiful, beautiful blue sky here today. Temperatures have been between 8 at night, so a little bit cold for my breakfast at 6 a.m. outside, but wonderful. And 19, 20 during the day, or rain, or sunshine. And then slowly coming back. And this time, both hands on the floor and bring the right foot back. Come into your plank. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then from your plank, bend your knees, press into your hands and come into your downward dog. So walk your dog for a moment, loosening in the legs. Bend both your knees and find the length into your spine. Roll the shoulders out. So if you want to explore the feeling of what this should be, the rolling of the shoulders out, turn your fingers outward just for a moment, just to have, so the thumb is pointing to the front now, and you should feel your shoulders widening. So that's what we're looking for when we say rolling the shoulders out. So now bring the index back to the front and see if you can recreate this opening in the upper back in the shoulders. Taking deep breaths in and long breaths out. Let's lift the right leg up, bend the right knee and open up the hips. And then lift the right leg up and bring the right foot down. Same thing, left foot, inhale up, bend the left knee, open up the hip. And lengthen the left leg and bring the left foot down and bring both knees down. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, the hips underneath the above the knees. Taking a breath in, and we're gonna go for 5 cycles of cat and cow. Just move at your own pace, the rhythm of your breath. So inhaling, lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, rolling the shoulders back, lengthening the neck, and then looking up. And exhale, rounding the spine. But let the movement start from your tailbone and end in the crown of your head. So it's like a rolling wave onto the beach. And if you know Ujjayi breath, which is a restriction in the throat, go ahead. And exhaling the last time. Bring the hands again at the front, coming back into our plank. And come onto your knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And inhale, cobra or downward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Staying here for a few more breaths. And then coming back into a plank. Come onto your knees for a moment. We're going to bend the right elbow and point the right fingers to the left corner. And then come back into your plank and open up for side plank. So with that support, lift your hips up, press your hips forward. Continue to breathe and then coming back down on your knees. Change sides. So bend your left elbow, left fingers point to the right corner, come back into your plank and then open up. So right foot is on top of the left. Reach your arm up, lift your hips, press your hips forward. And then slowly coming back down, coming back onto your knees and coming all the way up. So from here, I just need to find stable ground here, coming onto your knees. Bring the hands onto your lower back, fingers pointing down, rolling the shoulders back. By all means, tuck your toes if you need a bit more stability. And first start to lengthen your spine. Bring the tailbone gently down and then start to go back. And slowly coming up. Let's come onto our heels. Closing your eyes for a moment. And then bring your hands back to the front, tuck your toes, downward dog. and walk your dog to the front or hop or whatever you feel like. Exhale, fold forward, drop your head, let go into your hips. If your hamstrings are too tight, by all means, bend your knees a little bit. You can grab the opposite elbows and just let the weight of your upper body come down. And then bending your knees, letting go of your elbows and slowly coming back up. So we're gonna go down to the floor. So separate your feet as wide as your mat. Your toes can spill out. Keep your hands on your hips or arms to the front, shoulders back, and then start to bend your knees and come all the way down. So this is what I've been doing, sitting like this, weeding for 2 weeks. Place the palms together, open your knees, open your hips. See if you can find straightness in your spine. So trying to lengthen first. And then placing the hands in the back and come in, sit down. So lengthening out the left leg, bring the right foot over. And then bring the left arm around your right knee to start. Reaching the right arm up and exhale, bring the right hand in the back. Twist. Keep that left leg quite active. See if you can walk your hand a little bit closer to your spine so you can again find that length as you inhale and as you exhale, roll. And then slowly coming back. Change sides. Bring the left leg over the right. Hug your left knee with your right hand. Reach your left arm up and open up towards the side. And then slowly coming back, bending both knees. And then very slowly rolling onto the floor, taking your knees and your legs with you. And then hugging your knees. I'm probably gonna roll down the hill here. So hug your knees really, really tight. Taking deep breaths in and out. Open your arms in a T. And then bring the knees over towards the left. So see if you can keep your knees together. Then eventually just letting go. So don't think too much. If there is tension in your lower back, bring the knees a little bit lower. Ideally, the knees are at the height of the hips. We started off higher, so it's well possible that you feel some tension in the lower back. So bring your knees then a little bit lower. See if you can press your right shoulder down. So we want the knees on the floor, knees on top of each other, if at all possible. And just breathe in and out. Relax. And then slowly coming back up. Hug your knees again. And then open the arms and go towards the right. You can always put your right hand on top of your left thigh if your knee doesn't want to follow. Just don't force it. And then coming back to center. Lengthen your legs up. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring the legs all the way down. And just before you touch the floor, separate your legs as wide as your mat. Hold it here for 2 breaths. And then bring the feet down. Drop your feet out. So let them just fall out. Bring your arms in a comfortable position for your Shavasana. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And most probably your eyes are closed. I am just taking this blue, 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 blue sky in. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit. And there's raven in the sky. So there's a lot of raven here on the south side of Vancouver Island. And they're really, really funny birds. They're making 18 different sounds. So it's not the raven you hear now. A little bit more up north, there's more eagles. And their sound is very typical. And then the raven chased the eagles, the seagulls chase the eagle. And why? Because the eagles come into their nests. But still, it's a strange view to see a little bird chasing a big bird. So nature is just super healing. And I truly wish that all of you can find, hopefully daily, even if it's only 10-15 minutes, nature. Whether it's to just sit, walk, listen, but be conscious when you're in nature. Let nature overcome you. Surrender. Let's slowly start to reconnect with our body. Do it in your own way, without any guidance. And we'll meet in a seated position, so go slowly. I want to thank you all. Thanks to Mother Nature. Thanks to Fiona for offering me this stay. Namaste.